Hello everybody. Welcome back, welcome back. Thank you all for waiting for me. Sorry this was a little bit delayed. but we're here. Let's see. Hi Fighter, hi Victor, hi D-Corp, hi Zilwa, hi Gig, hi Zadera, hi Katia, welcome. Making sure everything is up and working here. The doggy thinks I'm talking to her right now. Hello to you too, doggy. Hello. Is that what I should call you? Tax Haven? Hello, Tax Haven. You just wanted to bring Valid Roadie into this fight, surely. Oh, that was always the plan. This time, surely. This is where I'd put her in my team if I had her. But no, I want the tickets, and then maybe we can see if we can get her. Otherwise, I have the shards ready. I don't know, has she like... I haven't checked if people were like streaming, I mean like trying to do records again. Has she lowered the turn count? Hi Smoky Meadows, hi Pills. Actually, funnily, so my plan is to do the last 2 sections, of course. Hopefully today. However, funnily enough, and people said I could probably do it in the like 3 hours. But somebody uploaded their playthrough of section 5. Foreman actually, and he does like edited content. So his stuff gets edited down and it's like almost 4 hours for section 5. So I was like, uh-oh, that bodes well. Hi Jam, thank you. I hope you're having a lovely day too. I hope everybody's been having a good week, staying cool if you're at somewhere that's hot. Hope everyone's taking care of yourself. Baron Claire, welcome! Just watching that. I wanna check out his playthrough later. I like that he does very unique teams. Which is always interesting. I think... I mean, like, I sort of go in always with I think, like, the recommended teams, you know, for with, like, new IDs. For stuff like events, I bring out the new IDs and try and bring them in. He does really different, interesting stuff, and I appreciate that. I don't super watch a lot of people now. I mean, because I like to test out the new IDs as well, and often the fights are kind of designed around the newer stuff. Like, the events are always like week 2 what the new units are. Even though I guess I didn't do like full Blade lineage, but I think using your favorites is sort of underrated. You don't really, and I guess with like the canon power creep, you don't necessarily see like people having like a core team that they always play with, which is sort of fun in this game, that you sort of really have to vary things up. But in other games where I guess you're pulling a lot less, you tend to have like a few core teams. Arc Knights players tend to have like a certain favorite, their own favorite, like niche knights, I think it's called. Let's see, Find the Smile, welcome! Oh, Acadia. Found section 4 to be pretty fast. Let's see, I'm a little intimidated. I don't remember exactly how everyone works, and I want to... So the plan... Okay. The plan I wanted to do was like... Ryoshu Hyper Carry, I guess is what... Yeah, House of Spiders, basically. Let's... Their selection. Oh, hi, Airline God. Finally decided to actually try this game out, by the way. Pulled Heisho Faust. Oh. Heisho Faust has a very interesting history. But yeah, I would imagine pulling any of the newer units could basically... You could have a carry unit, unlike actually playing the early game with the early units. Show Faust is broken. They wanted to nerf her, but could not. Oh, but you cannot deploy you. I wanted to deploy you. Guess we could do... Thumb wouldn't be too bad. Do some more. I wanted to use you. But yeah, I don't know what would happen if you like pulled like, or yeah, or I guess Index Nurse Father, any of like these guys early on. Oh, did you see they're also making new little plushies? Which are interesting. You know, like these guys. More styles of these ones. I think not the character choice. Also, congrats to Dante and Virgilius and Karen fans. You get their plushies now. But the identity choice, because you have like Capstone, like Isa and Ishmael, for instance, but then not Manager Dawn. Instead they're Sank. Like, I guess maybe they didn't wanna... They wanted to keep like the short hair. Maybe it didn't want, or like, didn't want to spoil this or something. Because I would love Manager Dawn. Firefist Greg, I don't know what I'd pick. Weirdest one for me is definitely Divi Honglu. Sunshower. I kind of get Sunshower over Earl King. I do kind of get it. That one's funny. That one is funny. So first I was like, okay, maybe they're like keeping it capped, like before a certain canto. But then they have like Malfaust. So interesting choices. I can see not spoiling Manager Dawn and wanting to keep like similar hairstyles, for instance. And I was like, okay, maybe there. And I was like, I would definitely pay for this Dawn, but they are doing. It was Magic Bullet. The oddest one to me is Euro Divi. I mean, I guess your other choices aren't amazing if you're like keeping certain, if you're like not doing the Lord. But like if you're keeping the early, I would have liked full stop, but maybe the hair's too different, so they're avoiding that. I might have done like Ting Tang even. But it just makes me want, like, okay, give me series 2. A streamer I followed who recently also got into this game had Manager Dawn and Princess Rodion off the get. There's definitely something to be said about getting like spoilery quote-unquote IDs early on. I think out of context, if you're just starting the game, you'd probably just assume. You wouldn't like necessarily know that it's like the capstone ID or seasonal highlight ID as we're calling it. So you wouldn't necessarily consider it a spoil out of context. But then again, if your chat is hyping something up, for instance, that, yeah, I don't know. I think at the time people were discussing like maybe censoring IDs, or like now at least like announcers get censored a little bit. They just don't read their uptight stories. But then a new player wouldn't necessarily know. Oh yeah, also speaking, Firefist Gregor getting upgraded to a plushie. Incredible. Incredible. The like meme to ID to merchandise pipeline. Yeah, but like, I guess what would your other options for like Heathcliff? But I think sun shower, potential man getting it is really funny and quite cute. I'm pretty careful with like how much merchandise I buy. I'm trying to decide. Middle was too recent. That's how I felt about any of probably all the new season, because I think Caramel plushie would be so cute. I love her design. Kurokuma would also be a fun, because you have to think about what works as a plushie versus that, where I don't love. Where I'm iffy about like Blade lineage as a plushie is I feel like you can't tell it's Merceau as much. But then again, I don't know what else you would go with actually looking at these options. And again, probably, as I was saying, I didn't know what to do with pick for Honglu, besides, I don't really like Iradivi. If I had my personal choice, it would be Fang Hunt. No, I think 2 stars are probably off limit, but I just love the Fang Hunt designs. I hope some kind of vampire hunter. They don't have to be Fang Hunt office, but they also come back. Okay, so what was I doing? I realized I cannot deploy these, unfortunately. So we could swap to... Somebody have a Heathcliff. I wasn't gonna use the new ones. I'd rather like use somebody else for... So I guess in the other... So are we gonna do like... Nurse Father hyper carry, I mean like Ryoshu hyper carry as we'd call it, or keep the Nurse Fathers? I was leaning towards like more of a hyper carry situation, in which case we have to make sure, but keeping Orient alive. But the Merceau's new Eagle, yes, I do. Actually, that I should check on what I have whipped. Because we also want to keep somebody who can heal alive. I actually think you might need Pursuant. You can keep Isang, the other is getting by Ryoshu. That's what I was... So maybe we'll do like...
걸맞는 곳이어야 해. 연료는 잔뜩 준비해뒀지.
Use Nurse Father till low HP and then Tiansha them, and then who should... Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 alive. So yeah, we'll kill once. We'll kill one of the fathers. Maybe we'll kill you first. I'm just thinking. So you'll be last, and then like reverse order for who we want to keep alive, and then Sinclair will probably just have to get killed the old-fashioned way. But you can sacrifice yourself for something. We still Durante. I think I have one. I think I used one in section 2.
어디 보자. 거미집 특별 조항에 따르면
전투의 예.
Like that? Or actually, wait, no, you have to come in. Sorry, the order's confusing me. Give him the fell bullet treatment. I suppose. I'm just making sure the order is correct. So actually, we want to start with you. Durante doesn't refresh daily inside. I don't believe it does. I'm pretty sure you only get like as many as you have per run.
전시 준비는 완벽하답니다. 전시 준비는 완벽하답니다.
Okay, so and then
이딱 오케이. 이럴 것 같아.
전투의 예 부름이라면 기쁘게 나서죠.
I think that's how we want it. The orders from last deployed. So the next, so we'll get rid of. So after Hong dies, it follows back up. Okay, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. Just trying to make sure. Okay, we should begin.
설레네요.
And we're doing we're doing a father first, so then everyone else will get we can do 2 at once. Okay, let's do a quick review of Xiaomi. Actually, first we'll bop. So your thing is you're applying a lot of the blade trail after image. We clash with one of these to weaken you first. Yeah, silent regards. That will be faster people. There's another. Yeah, then there's this yellow skill, which halves the blade trail after image. Oh yeah, destined opponent. You failed to stop the future. Powerful, lots of shield. So I guess this first phase is, besides playing with their mechanics, is just getting rid of the nurse fathers we want to get rid of. Destined opponent. I was remembering how we were talking on like one of the previous streams about like just like the status effects and how to make them too powerful, not powerful. And I remember saying like a long time ago, as we were watching stuff getting more powerful, like my concerns is we were gonna start getting like passives that would like prevent rupture and stuff, and like, you know what? They're already here. They already are all here, aren't they? And then what is your slash endure? Okay. That's a cool effect. Just on the skill. And we'll also want to get these up when we can. And then early people do these. Struggling. Oh yeah, but we'll have the weekend. Next, every boss will be resistant to Envy because of the middle. Sounds like Envy's been a very good team. I might as well just start getting our SP. I'm just double checking. Won't be bad to get regret up. You're both here to heal. Okay.
그대는 어디까지 가고 있을지.
never mind like certain teams, the newer stuff being a bit more incentivized. It's when you can't use the IDs that you want. I don't like. It become Fire Fist. I love that that is a subtitle. Okay, we have Formless Cut. Can clash with a skill regardless of speed. Actually, because of the order I did it, is this gonna take out both of you? Maybe I should have set it up so we're starting with 2 Nurse Fathers. Or will I get you 2? Well, let's see. And then I can restart if I mess that up. Actually, who's... Okay, actually you need to do that. Time free. Throw out regret already. Okay, let's see. Ooh, let's just find out who this is gonna take out. Okay, yeah, so it is taking out 1. Okay, so I need to wait till there's a second Nurse Father so I don't accidentally get rid of Rhea. So I should double check.
이 구속구가 나의 폭력을 저지하기엔 턱없이 모자라지.
And do have to be careful. Maybe while Faust is on the field, we should throw out a fluid sac just for like early SP. Okay, 2 anyway. Seems like we already want a heal. Keep, oh, we're pretty good for... So you do need to do that. Ishmael... Phantom stepping that one. That one's getting egoed. And yeah. Oh. Oh, I can't wait to actually be able to use these IDs. Bye-bye. You fulfilled your purpose.
기록에 따라 당신을 반드시 집행하겠습니다. 비껴 바라보는
Might be a oh.
원망이었지.
버티도록 견뎌왔고 절박하게 갈망했으며 헤아릴 수 없이 저주했으니
Well, the important thing is for Ryoshu to survive.
검으로
총알값 아까울 놈.
뺄수 없어.
Okay, off we go. Prioritize is last, so you... Actually, looking at this order... I guess instead of, like, evading, we'll want both of you to... die on your own, basically. Because you'll always go last. So... I guess we'll just keep them. Yeah, I might as well start getting these. Keep healing for the moment. Where are you? 40, that's fine. Thanks for keeping stuff. That's all okay. Is there anything to be useful now? Not really. These fights are so taxing the unavoidable damage. I think they're... It's an interesting... It is interesting. I have fun with it. But it's the kind of what you do want more healing. I like the sort of idea behind like all the damage mitigation. What's the plan? Sacrificing Sendum to get 3 stop. Pretty much. Some burn and bleed.
몰아친 것을 저자란 원망
Almost through the shield. Oh, you're almost at Furioso too. I kind of want to save it for the next. Oh, here we go. Okay.
지금 돌아가고 싶지 않아.
There's Furioso if we wanted. I'd rather save. We do have the fragile. So that sticks around. There's fragility. I mean, we'll get it back. Let's just...
그대는 어디까지 각오했을지.
이 순간이 다 되어내리라.
I think we'll save the ego for the next one anyway. $45 SD. Thank you.
종료.
임파스터.
딸아이도 이 상처를 기억할지.
Now you're at 5. We'll get you.
그려낸데 이 순간이 다 되어내리라.
내렸다. 정렬. 원색적으로. 내가 공들여 뜸을 내장.
Hey, here we go.
특별히 보여줄게.
Okay, almost run space. Are these the... How does this one work? This is quite a bit of a time waster fight. Oh, the shield, but we're getting through it. Hi Simon, welcome! I hope you're doing well. Can clash regardless speed, cannot be staggered. 20 plus 20 SP, lose 20, clash lose. Okay, who's the most... Who do we really... No, we're not. Nobody's crazy with Blade Trail. You need to deplete a shield 2 times. That's how it works again. It was kind of a pain. Easily the most anime-inspired name of a skill. They've been going there recently. I think it's fun. It's okay. Three, 7, 8. Sure. The more anime the name, the better. We need healing. You can skip this mechanic if you use time. What's it called? Moratorium? Really? What's the interaction there? Attack in, lose 20 SP, clash lose. Okay.
이 순간이 다 되어 내리라.
It just kills her. Yeah, because I was like, yeah, we don't see that quite as much. Because it used to be like the main meta mechanic. Because when her shield depletes, it normally ends the fate. Oh, interesting. Hi, okay, son. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
내가 너를 위해 기도할 것이.
Victorian just skips that. I wonder how intended that was.
원, 빌, 낭,
I guess they can't end the turn if the turn's already over.
모치,
Okay, what's this doing?
장갑.
Ooh. I was thinking about it. It used to be like such an important strat, and we just don't quite see it as much in my memory. Okay.
지령에게 불확실한 것은 없네.
Rather, well... Okay, now we should... Now... We need these two... Actually, no, we need to make sure these are... Yeah. These clash early. And then... Two power... Oh, but your SP... Time allergy because of our genetics. That is an interesting theory. I'm just wondering if we could use these, but I don't want like the... But we definitely need to be able to win that after these two. They're just reviewing. That wouldn't be terrible to use at some point. Just really need the SP.
어디에서도 볼 수
이
없을
순간이
색채.
다 되어내리라. 불사이군. 그럼 안녕. 몰아치는 것을.
Have fun with that.
절절한 원망.
완료.
Oh, we're just gonna get the stagger. Okay, now this will get done.
아프잖아.
소리와 호흡을 멈추고
Sinclair comes through.
왜? 좀 긁혔어? 임파스터.
Can't. Okay, okay, and we can use Furioso next turn. Oh, Greg got staggered.
어디에서도 볼 수 없을 색채.
I mean, in the next fight,
이 순간이 다
particularly.
되어내리라. 원망도 옅어지나.
Okay, now for this music. Okay, also quick reminder, I think we work on Albina. We could just like let you take some of these, Dawn. Quick reminder. Hit by attack skill before using the powerful skill. Gain +1 coin drop, 1 power down. Remember that. You have the assist defense. Every 4 burn on self. We do a burn. 6 panic, fractured struggle. Yeah, so we have the like, there's like this sort of rattling mechanic. Assist defense. Liberation of the repressed flesh. By attack skill. Yeah, so okay, that's your last one. Oh, even more annoying. I think we do focus on Albina a bit more first. You also have a big... Yeah, okay, we'll get that in a sec. I think that's another one that you want to hit. Get as much hits in before. Gather ingredient. Corpus Theater. Alright, don't get turned into a Corpus Theater. Lots of assist defenses. Please, vandalism is prohibited. I love this track. I have to stop saying it. I know I say it for every track. But this one in particular. Anatomization of the anatomized by the anatomized. Hit by attack skills. Okay. Dawn, you can just like lead over skill 3. I repeat myself, but this one apart sounds like a FNAF fan song. My confession there would have to be, I don't think I've ever heard a FNAF fan song. I'm doing well, thank you. I'm bopping. I mean, they really... all of the... This one, Clash Loose, Dagger... Who does resist Pierce? Not much here. Everyone. I'm the ones from the... I'll have a little Night King. I'm the ones from the Living Tombstone. No! The next turn we'll start using your ego. Think all the unavoidables. You're gonna have to counter very soon, but struggling. I've heard, I should clarify, I have heard other Living Tombstone songs. Just, I don't care for FNAF. The time. Even just being able to read these means a lot. Should we wait? We should wait. Sorry, you're on pursuance duty. Could try and get a bit of resonance and then... You can all just take these anyway. Hope the evades aren't terrible.
어디에서도 볼 수 없을 색깔.
파도가 밀려드는구려.
이 순간이 닿아도 되어내리라. 낮도 밤도 지나 숨이 닿아도록 베어내라.
내가 너를 위해 기도할 것이니 넌
We need healing.
소진다.
어중간한 예술. 물어뜯어 고칠 수밖에.
관객의 적극적인 참여 나쁘지 않군요.
Hey, nice that one.
대행 완료. 영감이 떠오르는 대로 모두 가져갈게.
Oh, the little flip is always so cool.
미래를 과거와 같이.
Okay, now you're doing... Okay, so yeah, we want to get as many hits in as possible before max 3 times. What is this? It's not a big clasher, is it? Even if you're getting hit by the things, I just want to make sure that wins. But yeah, get as many hits in as possible. We also have like assist defense. Oh, if that's a hit. Offset that one. Throw these in a pile. Although that's a pretty safe clash anyway. Just being careful of damage. Got some fragile. We'll get Great Trichilio calls him, and then we also want to get fourth match Flame out. Maybe which one should we do first? Maybe we'll try and get better to actually get this passive first, I think. Okay.
언제까지 버티나 보자고.
이 불 또한 예술의 황홀경이지.
Still such a cool design.
훌륭한 탄력. 또 보여줘. 너의 내면을.
We're supposed to win these.
전력으로 상대해봐.
Truly the world's greatest. Tiger Slayer.
이것도 받아보시게나.
정맥 단추리 흘린 서로 다른 색의 피가 어우러지면
Okay, not too bad.
해금하겠네. 세게 좋아.
Okay, okay, now you're doing yours. How do we get that going? I'd be curious. Can you give me, because I haven't watched Twin Peaks, so obviously don't want spoilers, but can you give me the, like, one sentence? Did you like it or not? Okay, so I want to get some hits in on Clashable. Don't do that. We can figure that out. I wonder if they're like your... I mean, Dimension Shredder is always a safe clash winner as well. Well, not always. I'm always scared to do these big clashes with single coin. It is intimidating. But just let you like... Happy for you to just take these. Okay. Very curious about that take. We'll come back to that in a while when I've seen Twin Peaks.
받아볼 텐가.
Thank you, Meat Shields.
불만이 있다면 환자는 제게
3번 베어낸다. 과거를 1000번 강조하여 미래에서 1000번 거슬러 찰나의 일수 다시 1000번
관객의
선진다의
적극적인 나쁘지 않군요.
Very close to that stagger. I suppose we could have, like... Unless this does it, I suppose we could have rushed her to the stagger instead.
아예 기억 못하게 하려는 길이구려.
Okay, brace!
파시아의 부름을 약동하는 이 생명의 소리를. 미안해, 파시아. 아직
함께
완성되지 않았다.
당신에게는 아름다운
Doing your thing. How close are you? And then how do we activate? So yeah, you'll just you'll just die. If you get killed, but we can leave you for a minute while we deal with this. Where we turn 13 turns. This is a little more annoying. These are 12. Be better to throw out another. My sloth, but this is what it's been for. So these should both go off. Got the assist defense. I'm just trusting these will stagger. Or at least. Book of Hours. I bought Book of Hours ages ago, and I even have a thumbnail for it. I just never got around to it.
어디에서도 볼 수 없을 색채로.
내가 너를 위해 기도할 것이니 넌
Hey,
반드시
Stagger,
벗어서
thank you.
기록에 따라 당신을 반드시 집행하겠습니다.
Thank you to Pursuance Duo.
당신이 흘린 서로 다른 색의 피가 어우러지면
절묘한 관절 균형,
예술적인
혈색의 조화.
Okay, make sure.
한 번의 손으로
Okay, really gotta make sure you're going down. Okay, that should take care of it. Everyone else. Who is actually able to clash, that's okay. Because I want you two going down anyway. And then make sure that's offset. Why are you doing that? And how close are you? Still a while, but now that we can focus everything on you, it should be a bit faster.
그대는 어디까지 가고 있을지.
관장이 책임.
이 순간이 다 되었느리라. 글쎄 아이고 그럼 안녕.
Bet you can't hit heads, but that's okay. You're still. Thank you, Ryoshu.
앞으로 둘.
관객의 적극적인 참여 나쁘지 않군.
Just let the sacrifices do their thing.
함께 파헤치고 단순히 보면 아름다운.
Sure, everybody's. And the best clashers here. It might have to be somebody else. Even with the power down, I want to be careful. That should be okay with the. So how much? We're pretty getting there. I want to be careful just in case. Okay.
언제까지 버티나 보자고.
Slay the Princess. Guess I have to say, anybody who hasn't played Slay the Princess, play Slay the Princess.
이 순간이 다 되었느리라.
And I do want to play Scarlet Hollow.
약속한 듯이 숨이 다 들어
She's silly.
대응 완료. 기록에 따라
I forgot it's Steam sale.
반드시 집행하겠습니다.
I still have a pretty good list of like stuff I need to play,
정맥
so I wasn't super paying attention.
서로 다른 색의 피가 어우러지면 예술적이네요.
이야기는
I'm-
배장 후에
Oh, I still Zach as okay. Sunset. I gotta play Batten Kaitos because I want to show it off on stream. Unclashable, that's okay. Why don't you do the offset? Not that that matters too much. I guess you can like unopposed. So let's make sure you both can take these. Even if I would like you, if you can favor that, I'd actually rather you get your SP back. Are you 100? Okay. Work on that.
어디에서도 볼 수 없을 색.
이것밖에 못해.
어중간한 예술. 물어뜯어 고칠 수밖에.
Is that the only other real non-roguelike? If there are more, I'd like to know.
완료.
이 순간이 다
Maybe that's why I was so interested. I never really thought about them both as, because I loved Ban Kaitos when I was younger.
모르는 검의 길에 한 걸음 더 가까이.
Oh, yay! Something glowing yellow is waiting for us. Hello, it's been quite a while. It has, hasn't it? There's a child waiting all alone up ahead, unable to arrive at the story's ending. I've been waiting here to lend a helping hand to anyone who would show the child what it means to end. Tell me, what assistance would you like? Drink the frozen sap. Select to apply a survivability enhancing effect on allied and enemy units throughout the section. Damage enhancing effect on all allied. Probably should be damage unless Rian's gonna do something very silly. Mega Man Battle Network. I need to play that too. Just for the card. The systems always seemed very interesting. There's one step from Eden, which is like a evolution of the Mega Man Battle Network. But every time I've seen footage of that game, it's been very overwhelming. Damage is random attack type up. That's less helpful. Maybe just because I don't want to have to redo this, maybe we'll take survivability. Oh, there's oh wait, I just thought of I guess it's not turn-based, but there's the Kingdom Hearts. Oh, Stardust, Wish of Witch. I've also looked at that. Steam Style. I always love the discussions during them. People come up with such interesting stuff. I feel like right now I feel like I have enough of a backlog. I'm not jumping on anything to play personally. I think we're gonna take survivability just for right now. The sinners melted down the frozen sap and drank it. They seemed to feel noticeably better. All enemy and allies, falling effect, gain, thank you. Hit by unbreakable coins, that's what I like. Yay! Saikai. Have fun with this. Also, I want to check. Also, yeah, later in the year is kind of nuts in terms of games. Checking. Just keep everything off Greg, basically. And everyone else is kind of okay to get bonked. My big one, of course, is Fire Emblem coming out later. I don't think I could ever like pick a favorite Millie song, let alone like Limbus songs, but
파도가 밀려드는 대로
Saikai, I really like Saikai.
좋아.
They're all different enough.
이 순간이 다가로 베어내리라.
네.
굴사이군. 그럼 안녕. 몰아친 것은 처절한 원망.
5. 소리와 호흡을 멈추고 시스.
I think Claire's gonna get I to bleed at some point.
오늘아
This
힘들었지?
background.
여기서 잠깐
I want
쉬어.
Ishmael to get
쳐다만
a
봐도
variation of
따스해질
this.
테니까.
Hey, keep you off dawn. Hey. See. I'll give that a shot. %fragile. Yeah.
받아볼 테니.
From last year, I really adore Year End.
이 순간이
From the was it last year for the My Haku OP?
7 앞으로 2
Hey, fourth match win. What's up the stagger?
8 앞으로 1
Become Fire Fist. Hey. Close to stagger.
야,
Kind of funny with Sinclair. Save that for clashing.
어디에서도 볼 수 없을 색채로.
Not gonna be a crazy damage turn.
이 순간이 다가로.
Wow, this is a damage limit. Thank you. I was being. Forgot about that damage gates. There's something about like this sort of card-based. I think a nature of a card-based game where you can't always get when you can like lose your skill 3s or waste your skill 3s to something like that. Feels really bad. Okay. Can use more CTAS if you want. Is this a good place? It looks like it might just be. It's like it could be. But the music. Inconvenient into it. Hey, Sinclair! You know, these three, their time is coming. Their time is coming. Just checking. Hope we can win enough. Take that. I'm okay with Sinclair exploding. I'm gonna leave Durante for a moment.
예측할 수
I
없게.
don't know what's coming up. I'm kind of playing it safe here. I will be doing another railway run at some point because I do like, for my own satisfaction, doing a somewhat low turn count.
앞으로 돌.
이 순간이 닿도록 되어내리라.
네.
Okay, fourth match.
다섯. 시스.
임파스터.
Still alive. Just try it. See. Let you two eat these. We three. Might as well just rush for it. So close. How many turns have you gone this far? I don't even remember. I was doing it okay.
전탄 경발.
I'm sure the speedrunners can do each of these phases in like 3 or so turns.
되어내리라. 낮도 밤도 지나 숨이 닿도록 베어내.
You getting there?
여덟. 또 하나.
8, 1 left. Okay, your Furioso's coming up.
대행 완료.
Oh, Hell Maiden. I can't wait. I don't know if that's gonna be like a good game to stream for me personally, just because it didn't run the best on my computer. And I found it very hard to like pay attention to chat while playing it. But I'm definitely getting that. Oh yeah, getting a Millie song is amazing.
임파스터.
떠도는 삶.
Okay.
예정된 죽음이라지만
Furioso v Furioso.
못함이 서글픈
Should we? What is your... Not the blue. Let's see, is there anything else I need to do for the... Is Crescendo or... Lacrimosa? This one's Crescendo. And Clash... I suppose oh yeah, I already used it earlier. Well, this will end the turn, won't it? So we can save those. Should get it next turn, I suppose. 45, 45. Many will die was the price to pay to see the clash. We gotta. Although now I wish, like, I love it when they add the like extra colors to the skill icons now, and the little extra effects. Rian doesn't. Oh, you're doing the little phase. I think a lot of boss fights have vibes, but everything about this one just comes together so beautifully. This music, this background theme, his voice acting is just incredible. The way it sort of like matches with the entire tone. I'm surprised how much like this one is stuck with me. It's very... I don't have a better word besides vibe. The atmosphere. I mean, what an interesting choice to mix. Like, you're finally getting to see the Furioso, and after the hype of the entire canto, instead you have like the slower piano ballad. Oh, it's so good. The point is Ryosha will survive. That's what we need here. Okay, let's have fun.
받아볼 테니
헤르메스지. 파도가 밀려드는구려.
Yeah, I want to see your Furioso again. You don't have like a cool pose at the end, do you? I mean, you do a pose. Yeah, you just like stick it out. Dawn survived. Well, these are the important ones. Oh, you're 10 fragile. Here we go.
받아볼 텐가
이 순간이 닿도록 베어내리라.
하나.
With the fourth match flame.
안녕, 몰아치는 것을. 처절한 원망.
Not quite a photo finish with that. We do a run space.
낮도 밤도 지나 숨이 닿도록 베어낼 뿐.
Oh, it's like, wait, what now? Okay, yeah, you. Forgot, we will be. Go for it.
어디에서도 볼 수
Take the
없을
extra
색-
turn.
이 순간이 닿도록 베어내리라.
임파스터.
Pasto. We managed to peel off the strands of red thread wrapped around the abnormality. How should we proceed? Okay, sever the portent. Disable the Sinner's Game bleed count. Don't like that. So that's for the future passive, future passive. Exclusive skill Bloodfire gains final power on hit, its final coin heals SP, heals HP, or heals HP. Bleed is activated on it or the Sinners. My instinct is to get rid of turn start Sinner's Game bleed count, because that's scary. But I will see if chat has something else to say. Yes. Remove, delete. I want the bleed heal HP. I think I'm doing Mourner's Father. The illusion disperses, crumbling into the future.
예측할 수 없게.
Goodbye. Okay, here we go. Final section. Here we go, Advent. Can I? Should we just do like nurse father, nurse, like a proper, like just actually using all the nurse fathers? That might be fun. Instead of killing them. They get low.
자유로워질 수 없.
대상.
어디 보자.
And then actually stick with.
조항에 따르면
전시 준비는 완벽하답니다. 부름이라.
I don't know. I'm going into even, so we can change things up if we want something else. Oh, you can't put that val. Oh yeah, maybe we'll check if there is. Oh, there they are. Good noticing. That's a bit that's a bit better. And then we can try her out.
눈 크게 뜨고 잘 봐.
And then afterwards we can talk. Oh. Hello. We've got little ones. Such a cool design. This boss is a wall of text. Hi, Chupidium. Let's see. Crow. Hello, hello, hello. Are you still the Limbus company accompanied by Limbus? I am. I do wonder how this game looks to the uninitiated. I think has to be. I think live service games in general must be some of the most incomprehensible. I've definitely had my parents look over when I'm playing Limbus and they're like, how do you even tell what's happening? So I'm just absorbing. I love the final bosses of the railways always do for a much more like atmospheric tone. Okay. Got 3 little ones. Let's start with the big one. Refracted butterfly of the entangled lies. Imago. Let's look at the passives. In the past, passive past activated. Gain the different effects based on the stack. 0 to 10. Inflict. 1 more burn potency and count. But if these go up, it gets scarier. Okay, that one's activated, and you have 2 deactivated ones, and they're all at 10. Moment of... Why is some of it crossed out? Interesting. Moment of entangled lives. Turn start. Activate the highest stack state of time between in the past, in the present, in the future. Okay, so we can look at these. So one is, this one's burn, this one's poise, so this one should be bleed. And use a special skill. If multiple states of time share the highest stack, the currently active state of time does not change. Inactive states become these deactivated versions. When the currently active state of time changes, gain 1 temporal disjunction. Gain 1 stack every time this unit switches between these. Take more damage. At turn start, 10 stack, gain 1 fragile. Okay, so we do want to change these. Let me... Someone's active. 1 sec. Okay, hold on. We also don't want them to get... We don't want these things to get too high because they get scarier. Every time these are hit as the main targets, lose past, present, future, higher. I was just telling you. So how do you lose? His main target. Okay, but main targets lose, so we want to hit them and also change their states. 10 plus clashes, you have this thing. Causality that threads the past, present, and the future. Encounter start. Begin encounter with the same HP as butterfly equal top lives, the pupa. How nice, the 400 damage. I forgot about that part. 25,000 is a fair amount. We have several stagger thresholds. 10 at less than 66, 33% gain new slot patterns. When this unit drops below for the first time, the counter gain 10 stacks of in past, in present, and future next turn. You gain stacks. When in the past, gain the following effects. This is crossed out, interestingly. Which is the one that we're in? We are in the past. Oh, so oh right, these are crossed out because of the things that we did. Skill gain final pass +2 on hit. This is the boys ones. Future. Okay. Skill fluttering havoc. Clash power +8 for burn bleed. So this is all burn bleed poise. I was so done with this railway. So I looked at a few turn guides to look at this thing. Doing this all at once would be quite a bit. I felt a bit... I was ready for a break after doing sections 1 and 2. That's a question mark. Temper and cast can clash with the skill regardless of speed. Flash power +1 for every 6 burn. Breakable and breakable. It's gonna get scarier as we get lower. Target can be staggered until this attack skill ends. Burn. Hit without cracking. Activate burn once. Okay. And then for all of these, displays the current in the past stack. Every time this unit hits the main target, Butterfly loses 1 in the past. The center attack this unit heals 10 SP. If this unit did not get hit as the main target this turn, gain 5 at combat end. Takes HP damage, transfer half the damage taken to Butterfly, rounded down. Only have 1. So we don't ever want... Oh, Zilla, thank you! Thank you so much for hanging out. Harmony was my MVP. Sinclair's not on the field. I guess we do want to, like, get some of these passives up, but let's get SP. So my understanding... We want to change the states. The state is the one... Keep changing the state. State is the one with the highest stack, and then hitting it, you lose a stack. And then it gains 5 if you don't hit it. And how many slots are you using? 6. So one person will hit. And then you're the... Which one's the... So past is burn, present is poise, future is bleed. So try and keep them all low-ish. I don't want to waste this already. And then do we have any sense of... okay. Wrath, lust, pride. House of Spider's IDs can just ignore the attack since you want them to die anyway. I guess fair enough. What happens if we just like hit all of them? Like keep them all being hit. Get your... just trying to get a sense of this fight. Well, somebody else does have to take some things. Just... oh, Rhoda has auto dodge. Yes, this is my first time using her. She's gonna get that, won't she? As long as she has the Eye of Precognition, which then gets shut off at certain points. She'll lose it and then get it back in a few turns. I'm just seeing... just trying to figure this out. First things first, let's get passives, let's get SP. Oh, she's so cool. That went down to 8. Oh, look at that. Okay, so now let's make sure that's going down. Okay. Now you're doing this last skill. Rotting Annihilation. Can clash with skill regardless of speed. Main target's bleed count does not drop below 1. Ooh. Flash power +1 for every 6 bleed on main target. Deal. Okay. Max 6%. Target not be staggered. Activate bleed. Scary. Okay. How scary is this to clash? A little bit. They're both weak to pierce. At least you resist. No, baby sanguine. In 5. Wow, so you really gotta be... Is it possible to keep them all under 10 at all times? I can see where you really do just want to like nuke this as much as possible. For a bit, yeah. And then at a certain point, have to... Guess we're not. Guess we're just gonna try and win. Okay, actually, let's see. Nothing's going for you, unfortunately. Can let you get smacked around. Got some aggro. Both of you do your best. I think the people we do want to keep alive a bit more, like, yeah, Otis, Rhodia, pretty much. And eat. Ishmael's okay to, like, eat all those, I suppose. We do want both your SP going up a little bit. But things working. We don't want the AoEs.
스위치.
쳐다보긴 우리는 멋있는 거 알아가지고.
대응 완료.
거기서 지켜보시죠.
그렇지. 바로 그거다, 딸렘. 게이지.
미래를 과거와 같이.
Oh, she's alive for another turn. We could. Okay. Oh. I guess it makes sense. See, we could. While you're alive, we could try and get a bit of SP from that. I imagine we are gonna get like the big Corpus Theater one in the background. What are these? So this is, before I actually clash with it, blood flower. Simple, elegant, works. Regardless of speed, while clashing the skill, main target's bleed does not drop below 1. Final power for bleed, gain it. Final power +1 for bleed. Shmil did get smacked around a bit. We are paralyzed. Zeru, thank you! Thank you so much for hanging out. Got a lot of skills. Clash win, gain 5 in the future. Clash lose, have. Oh. Okay. You do have your one temporal disjunction. We do gotta make sure. That down. We can leave another one. Leave that one this turn. Interesting fight. Interesting fight. I can see where this gets very scary. Clash lose, 2 paralyzed, cannot be staggered, activate bleed, activate bleed. Okay. Actually, wait, hold on. Is nothing much going for Rhodia. That's okay. I want get you up and running a bit faster. Into they are red coin unbreakables. Oh. After this, we'll work a bit more on passives.
그려낸 대로. 종원, 조명이 전멸하는 저곳으로. 모든 것을 쳐부술 거다.
I guess for blind obsession, I think that's one of the ones we are. Oh. Owie.
이리 와라. 우리 엄마 멋있는 건
That is one of the ones people are kind of looking for an upscale just because it would help.
그쯤 해줬으니 포장장번 벗겨야겠군.
Captain-ish. But they have been starting with like the early battle pass ego, so I don't know if they jump to that.
이 순간이 다 되었느리라.
That's a stagger.
오랜만에 숨 좀 차는군.
Mango! The final stop. A wayfarer tinged in the glow of the sunset approaches us. It would seem there is no need to say much. Make yourself comfortable and rest a while. Of course, feel free to leave now if you're in a hurry. No! I want survivability. Drink the sap and take a good, long rest. Magic Mango is the goat. I don't use that word. I do not use that that term lightly. The sinners quenched their thirst with sap and took a proper rest. They seemed to feel noticeably better. All very nice. Okay, you're 2 at 1. You're at... Okay, Spectre Burn. I was just thinking, we're not the greatest in terms of healing ego here. Rhodia, you can... dodge one of these. Normally I use Pursuance, but this one doesn't. You should have both of you. You... Phil. It's annoying to have these and them throwing your prescripts off. Oh, I suppose I should be trusting them, shouldn't I? Leave the other one. Everyone else. Damage for a turn. Gotta get that up. Max stack 10. I don't even know. Is that if you're are we nuking this or are we? Ishmael is gonna explode. I guess once we get Albina in, I forget what order I put her at.
한눈 팔았으면 되져야지.
상부를 펼칠 것도 없겠군. 쳐다보기엔 우리만 멋있는 거 알아가지고.
거기서 지켜보시죠.
I guess speaking of like the battle pass ego as well, I wouldn't mind, like, I think the telepoles could be interesting to buff charge as well. But I feel like gaining charge isn't so much the issue, it's like what we're doing with it. 'Cause remember when Dawn's telepole used to be like one of the best ego in the game?
앞으로 둘.
허니 다.
Oh, cool.
내 차례네.
예술적이네요.
There she goes. And now... Fortunately or fortunately, we do want you alive. We'll leave that for a turn. Get you down. Ignoring prescripts. Sky Piercer, let's take a look at this. Such cool names. W Corp Dawn is one of the best IDs at the time. She lasted really well. I still think she's pretty solid. I'd probably still bring her out. I mean, solid dodge, still solid skill too. Bad always had a bad skill one, but it's definitely been a different game when like the best thing you could do was get out, have a very big nuke. What is your poise? 12. Let's look at it here. Clash power +1, deal 10% damage. Clash lose, target don't be stuck until skills end. Ooh. That one's a bit scary. It's a bit dicey. Maybe we'll stick with something a little safer. And Queen of Hatred is just better for a charge. She is, but... Warp Dawn has an evade. And she's Warp Corp. You get a cool effect in the Warp Intervallo. Oh, I teleported.
Why?
Okay, that's good damage. Faust might just be on fluid sac duty for a little bit. That's getting up there. Okay, another time to unpack. Slow but steady. I'm scared how this fight is just gonna keep escalating. They're at 9. Do we think Valpurgis is... Oh, here we go. We're gonna get the preview Tuesday. I have no idea. And I can't even remember who's due. I feel like who's due for Valpurgis? I guess maybe Sinclair. And who's due for IDs right at this moment? Has to be Railway Bulkak or Valpurgis. Well, here's Furioso. What are you doing here? Smite the Wicked! Got some good skills here. 5, 7. Let that one go up. Is that in Dawn? I feel like Faust is like one of the more due people for Valpurgis in general, but I'm thinking feels too soon for the wall placement of my roses with the IDs. That's where you have to be careful. That's where I thought it might be mean. I don't think I'll be streaming Railway Bakak. I hope you'll forgive me. Oh, close to the stagger. King Clash of Skill, Final Power +1, 20% for every poise. Present damage, X120. If target is killed, reuse this skill on target that has highest HP. Ah! If target is pierced, resist below weak. Treat as weak. Scary. But we have this. It's okay. I don't want to. Chaotic Turmoil. I really want... I think Faust is also quite due. Probably the one I would say should get another VOV the soonest. I mean, not only is Everlasting, it's a while, but it's... I think the characters who have like super specific VOVs, like Faust, probably should have... probably deserve one sooner. And I really like Aurion as a Faust ego option, but that would also likely be Tremor, at least stagger focused. And sinking, I guess. Even though we just got an ID for it recently. I guess we'll be throwing all of these this turn. Let's have you... let that go up. We are getting close to stagger, so it might just happen. Who has the... just want to get a bit more healing. We'll be getting some damage this turn. Should get your 4th match flame up soon. Oh, cool.
거기서 지켜보시죠.
Hey, you got staggered already. Why do you get the cool pose and not Rian? I mean, I'm not mad.
이 전투는 승리할 거야.
Distortion Detective. I had the Tenshi. I'm very curious about that because it was announced, but it's another thing where.
얼마나 썼다고 벌써.
Hey, so are you at the? You have disposal. Might as well. So let's. Anyone have? Okay, you should be. You should all be doing this on. And then for everyone else, we'll hit that. We'll hit these. No, because I've been practicing my 3D sculpting a little bit, and one of the things I always want to do is like make sort of like little figures, sort of like the sprites, and I kind of wanted to do Rian specifically, not like Rian sang. But then Rian is the one who had. Oh, look at the cool icon as well. Game target. Oh, Ryochi's Vav, good idea. Need to get this. And I want to get fourth match fling going as well. But Rian's song is the one that has the cool pose. And then I was wondering if maybe it would be okay to do Rian in Rian's song's pose? I don't know.
그려낸 대로
As painted.
세 번 배웠는다. 과거를 1000번 단조하여 배워내. 미래에서 1000번 거슬러 찢은 찰나의 일수 다시 1000번 끈.
Who do you even give Dawn Faroon? Oh, well, per guess May. May, clearly. See this? Oh, wow.
그 뜻을 해금하겠네.
Okay, getting up there. Okay, hit you. I'll let the burn one go up next. Even though actually that's where the prescript is. Okay. And Nitya. Lettering Havoc. Yeah, but the thumb and index are still lacking members. But we have to revive the burn season. Or just give me Lulu Heathcliff. Give me this, put it in the gacha. Make it a skin gacha. In class of the skill rare, there's a speed. Clash Power +1, deal 10% damage every 6 poise. You have a lot of poise. I wouldn't mind like not doing fingers, but oh, might be Salvador. I would really like more Dawn Office. Okay, we're getting pretty close. Less than 66. Well, people can tank it a little better. Oh, we have closing time. Might as well get that out. Four, five. Let's let that go up for a minute. You can take one of those. Actually, no, I don't want. She can have a little bit. Okay. Hey, close to that stagger. Goodbye.
항상 저희 영광을 일깨워 주신다.
I'm sure people have been power scaling the Nurse Fathers based on the IDs, but they're all so cool. I haven't read the new Uptight stories, by the way. We'll get there.
앞으로 하나.
Okay, almost at Furioso again. There it is. Okay, we're at 6, so you're at 9. Keep you down. Let you jump up again. I would like Don Juan, the grade 1 fixer. What's this one? Immolation. That's... Should look at it here. Can clash with a skill regardless of speed. Clash 1. Clash lose. I suppose we could rush down. It's 400, that's not little. Might take care of these normally. You...
걸리적거리니까 비켜. 이래서 전쟁도 안
Okay, do
겪어본
the...
것들은
Okay, that one, that's what the eye looks like when it's back, so you can... dodge that one. Thank you, Nick. Where... And you're close to Furioso again. I don't know what you do with Don Juan, the grade 1 fixer, but that's a backstory I want to know.
낮도 밤도 지 숨을 다하도록 배워낼 것.
신체파의 예술을 보여줄 시간이란다.
Okay, maybe we'll fourth match flame soon. Hey, here she goes as well. Stagger. And then where is the stagger threshold? Because we could, like, be careful and leave it. Still like 4,000 though. Almost 5,000. I don't think we'll be... I think we're okay to, like... just use Fury, use some of these now. You're at 10. Oh, they all jumped. Team. There's something on all of them. Yeah. Hey, Furiosa time. Hi to Lazy, welcome.
파도가 밀려드는구려.
I really like how this is like a ramp up fight for both the player and... oh, not bad. And the abnormality.
가져갈래요. 사냥꾼, 모조리 해체해줄게.
9, 14, 7. This Adnosthean translates put me in the artistic mood. Oh, I'm glad it's inspiring you. It's really cool. I guess I'm thinking back about the other. It might be my favorite of sort of like the final abnormalities. This mechanic's really interesting. This whole design, because it's like, what are we... I don't know, I was kind of imagining like a fully formed moth, or like becoming a fully formed moth. But the sort of like cocoon, the layered cocoon, imago imagery is really cool. So what's this one? Scary. I've also been in artistic mood. I'm trying. I had a low week recently. As I said, I've been trying to do a bit more with my digital sculpting, which I've never shown off because I've never made anything finished. The sort of hard and interesting part of sculpting is and working in 3D is it's very often I just don't know how to approach something. But I was like working on like the blazer and I was like a button blazer, so it's overlapping a little bit, and I just wasn't happy with how the overlapping was look like, and I was like, okay, maybe I should just go watch a tutorial. And what's the approach? Are we making a mask and then extracting? Are we box modeling? Kind of thing. Which is interesting and fun, but sometimes frustrating when I'm like, often there's a clever way to do something and I just don't know it. Like here's an example, like making just like a star shape in Blender. I was like, how do I want to do this? And I was like carefully measuring out each edge. Do I want to make like some triangles and make a little array? No, you like make a circle. You get like the circle shape and then you check like a 10 vertices circle, I think. and then you select every other vertices and then like drag it inwards, and that makes a perfect star shape. That's not something I would have like necessarily intuited on my own, that's just an easy approach, but that's what's so interesting about learning it. Can clash with skill regardless of speed. Actually, are these two different ones? Copogamy and immolation again. For in the past, new 14, clash to win, gain 5, clash to lose, have it, cannot be staggered. Okay, so I'll be activate burn. Okay, might be more of an ego time again. Clip Studio Paint. Clip Studio Paint is definitely I want to do like a safer ego. It'd be terrible to like get this up just in case. Starting out with, even if you're used to other art programs, Clip Studio Paint, so that's gonna get halved. That one, we'll leave that one for a moment. There's a lot going on in Clip Studio Paint, so I don't blame even people who are used to like, because I think like my first art program was, I mean, besides like paint and stuff, was Photoshop. I was always really intimidated to make the switch to Clip Studio, and it's definitely worth it. I use that in Procreate because I use it on my iPad. I was using Krita, but Romance I haven't used Krita. There are people that really like it. I think that's what I want to. Okay, that's gonna have. Just bring that down. That one's gonna go up. Okay. Also, because I work on an iPad, and I have like the 11-inch. Even if I like it the way like Clip Studio feels the best, I do end up doing a lot of stuff in Procreate. Just because the layout is nice, much more minimal. Even though I know that there is like a more minimal layout in. Oh, that's scary but cool. There's a more limited layout in Clip Studio. You should. That's cool, being able to dodge the red coin right after. Hey, thank you for a bunch of heads. Nice. Oh, I saw the VTuber, the OBS plugin. Oh. I think somebody exploded. I think Rian exploded. Okay, but we are closer to that stagger. Too bad we wanted that Furioso. Let's get some whatever healing we have going. Okay, do want that there. That was unfortunate losing. 7, 12. AoEs aren't. Well. May want to save Ryoshu. Okay. I'm okay with that. Which one do we want? Any of these These are all temper and cast. Are any of these activate burn? I should have gone the Riensang buff from him exploding. We are getting close. We are getting close to being able to nuke, so let's leave this. We can use more AoE soon. So let's just get that down. Let's just focus on healing for a moment. I don't like it moving towards me.
이 전투는 승리할 거야. 매달고 불태워봐라. 끝끝내 뼈보다 하나 남지 않도록.
Probably still one of the coolest eagle animations.
너무 뻔하잖아.
장부를 펼칠 것도 없겠고.
Duration Grave.
한숨 상황보다 24개의 늑골이 자아내는 히리아의
Hey,
멜로디가
nice. We'll watch Harmony.
아파도 참아주세요. 장담할게요. 사람만큼 훌륭한 음악을
Let's see,
만들어주는
240 damage.
없어요.
Okay, 7. And then where is... You do have one more, but that's not for a while. Okay. Just gonna do damage, Stamp of Vengeance. I can seal... Okay. Actually, let's make sure you go down. Alright, we do a good time to use Era. Okay, yeah, actually good. Good, I never use it, so. I assume for Ryoshu. Yeah, let's have some fun. This is the last battle. I'm pretty careful with my Why don't we do 145? They're all doing damage. I'm always pretty careful with my Durante, so...
예측할 수 없게
신체파의 예술을 보여줄
Hello,
시간.
Lisa.
절벽을
Wow.
내 예술
I don't normally see you doing that much.
이 순간이 다 되어내리라. 예측, 의미, 몰아치는 것을. 처절한 원망.
Oh, hi, Jack of Hearts. Welcome, welcome.
대줘야지. 대행 완료.
Okay. I don't know if we can do it in one more turn, but
거기서 지켜보시죠.
we're just gonna pile on damage.
갖고 놀기.
손은 크게
Okay, there we go. Another time to unpack. Thank you, Otis. Your Durante does not reset. Okay, what do you have here? Rotting Annihilation. Ivotine, here we go. Well, we can't do it this turn. Next turn, definitely. Where are we? 14. Not the best, but Rotting Annihilation. What do you do? Can I drop below 1? Bleed. Activate bleed. More activating bleed. Not too bad. I trust you. What do we have? 24. Yeah, I think at this point we're just not doing much with these and doing damage.
그려낸 대로. 낮도 밤도 지. 숨이 타들어 베어낼 것.
말했잖아. 느리다고.
Yeah, one of these each time is gonna hurt. Bonk bonk.
사냥 끝. 모조리 해체해줄게.
They want Otis to stay alive another turn. Maybe I should have healed. Ooh. Oh, we're so close.
가져갈 수 없을 거다.
소리와 호흡을 멈추고
Hey, time for some more healing. There we go, disposal. That will do something. Hi, Mirso. What would be good? Sure. Just thinking, maybe just in case. Might be pursuance both the clash. Okay. Everyone go.
자신 있으면 받아봐.
Oh, that.
본인은 최선을 다했다고 말해주시길.
덧없는 삶. 예정된
Wasn't totally prepared for that rolling sword.
별을 잊지 못한 속을
Let's go with disposal.
지긋지긋. 요즘 그 새끼도 너도 전부다.
저를 받거나 관리 중에 사망할 거라 생각했습니다. 마지막까지
There goes the nurse fathers.
잡느라 목이 빠지는 줄 알았네. 잔죽이야!
No, 30 stacks is no joke. I was hoping for a little better. But this looks a little safer to work with. Rhodia is a survivor. You're gonna AoE. I wonder, maybe actually we'll do a great Trichiliocosm here for the AoE. Okay, so close, so close. 2000. Roshi, you're doing the most damage anyway, so. And it's the fourth match. Flame turn.
세 번 배웠는다. 과거를 1000번 탈취한 미래에서 1000번 거슬러.
Okay, 256.
다시 1000번
810.
산젠다이 세카이. 낮도 밤도 진 쓰리 타드로 배워내.
You get the stagger, Rhodia? Not quite. Stagger? On. We should be... What's this one doing? Immolation, immolation, immolation. Well, we can rush it now. Actually, where are you for your... We can do that. Yes, you can do that. Please get to the stagger.
자신 있으면
이 순간
받아봐.
배워내리라. 예측 불사이군. 그럼 안녕. 몰아치는 것을
There you go.
처절한 원망. 다음.
Next. Phew. Yeah, that's about right. Where am I? 79. I definitely feel like both of those. I mean, I don't know what the preferred strats are for each of these, but I was pretty happy with section. I mean, I know all of them could be shaved. Section 3 was okay. Definitely felt like I could have done section 4 and 5 better, but when you just don't know what you're going into. I've heard people really like middle for section 2. And like I didn't quite, because of the way the identities were locked off, I didn't quite go in with the teams I was prepping in between. Like this, I'm sure if you focused harder on nuking and not spending all the turns balancing. Section 4 is also Blade Shield, but Time Moratorium Cheese. I do have to see how that works. Oh, Sinking Deluge. Of course, of course. Below 80. I think that seems okay. Yes, please. Now, I don't normally do gacha on stream, but I do think there's an opportunity here. Brody incoming. I do have the shards. Let's see. I think the first one I got Ishmael. I think the very first one I got Ishmael, then the other two have been dupes. But let's just... No, of course I'm not using the 222k lunacy. I need that. We are doing this. Thanks. Oh, two. Ah! Yeah. I do think I need those. I do need the Faust shards. I do... I do need those for Index Faust. Because previous Faust shards were on Albina and the Ego. Streamer unlock. Greg went to sharding as well. You mainly sharding pretty much. Occasionally I'll throw like the daily pulls. I did get House of Spiders Ryoshu from a single daily. From the first single daily, so that felt good. But we'll probably wait. I mean, I should probably wait for sharding until Walpurgis, just to see in case they pop up there. But we have all the ego, which is the important thing. Let's see. I'm fine to shard everybody when the time comes. Although I did want to do them for hard reflect trial. Oh, that is true. I am saving for the Arc Knights My Little Pony collab. Oh, that's only skins, right? I only need the OP. Gotta speed up with this. Well, although I feel less stressed about like all the cosmetics when like the Bakgak just like showers you and stuff. The strangest collab for a gacha I've ever seen is Arcanites with My Little Pony. I'm sure there's been weirder, but it is fun. I mean, like Arcanites, they've been doing. My Little Pony is a bit odder, but they've had Sanrio and Rilakuma. And like I don't have two of those three characters that are getting the skins, but I want the skins anyway. Just for down the line. I don't think Lin gets that much usage anymore, but people like Naruto, yeah. But let's do like, I guess we can't go in. I guess we can overview of the railway again. Oh, I haven't been keeping up with Meitante Precure, but I know they're doing something really cool with like a sort of mystery solving thing with who's gonna be the last cure. War Thunder and My Little Pony, Overwatch and Hello Kitty. I love it. But cool, very... I mean, long. I don't really look forward to redoing it. But there's definitely, like, stuff I know I can do better. I didn't, like, super plan out, like, killing all the nurse fathers and the apprentices very well in Section 4. I don't know if Section 5 works better if you're like actively trying to kill them, but I just did want to try out the Nurse Father team, and again, if Ria survived and Otis survived better, I could have been better, but I was trying to be careful until the end, which I was like, okay, it's time to just rush down and nuke at this point. But the option... The choices to like spend an extra turn for a nerf is really cool. I like that sort of balance for the low turn count players. You can choose to forego that, and the people that are just trying to complete it don't. Can have a nice nerf. Although with like gaining bleed count every turn, some of those skills seem brutal. But if you are low turning count, you're not gonna get you're not gonna get that far. Kirikana Shadow's the most popular pre-cure that I've seen online, so I'm close. I need to see what her deal is. Cure Piece was super popular back in the day, from what I remember. I think if you can capture like the older audience as well, those cures kind of have like extra staying power. And Cure Piece had like the otaku characterization, which helped her, and being like a tokusatsu fan. And then Heartcatch in general just like sort of broached the mainstream audience a bit more with the action. War Thunder MLP is understandable. You know the most popular mod for Hearts of Irons is Equestria War. Is that one actually the most popular one? I know that there is that mod. I didn't know it's the most popular one. Let's see, section 2, which I did was sort of sinking. I like the idea behind it. It probably had like the best spectacle and visuals of all of them. The like sort of parrying Yinlong's spines back into it was super cool. And then Heisho are a nice like jump scare. And you really need to know how the Heisho... I can imagine if like you started playing later and you don't have like a good understanding of all the Heisho mechanics, because there's a lot. But after how dominant they were on the player side last season, I think that's fun. Although a bit annoying, because like I can't imagine doing it. It feels like timing the like protection from a nuke that you get to Honglu's skill seems a bit finicky, so I was just going for the... And it was mean with like the multiple revives, but I can imagine if you're not prepared for like all the extra unopposed attacks and Heathcliff coming in and AoEing and Ishmael coming in and having her... At least her AoE is pretty wimpy, but interesting idea. Probably the section I'm looking forward to the least. Hong pretty much nukes the whole team if he gets to cast. That feels mean if you're just not prepared, but this is the end game stuff. I never played Heisha because I don't like the gimmicks. It was the first time I saw them. I just kind of refuse to participate in any kind of PvP in any game. Yeah. And I think it kind of like ruins games. Because it is a very good way to get people to spend, because then you're not just spending for the newest stuff to get the PvP team. That's what's gonna push you to spend for dupes. And we can talk all we want about skill bloat in Fire Emblem Heroes, but it definitely feels like I don't know if it would have gone to that point without some form of PvP. And I remember, because like PvP was, or like the, I guess asymmetrical PvP is what you'd call it, because you're not actually, you're playing against like the other players' teams, but it is controlled by AI. But so people got so tired of Arena, and then they introduced Aether Raids, and my memory of the beginning of Aether Raids was that it was such a fresh air because it didn't seem to, there wasn't like a scoring system quite based on like dupes and certain units. It was more like minimal. And then Aether Raids became the main gameplay basically, and it just became miserable again. And sometimes when you're like working with your more free-to-play stuff or come up with a solution with your own favorites, it is kind of satisfying, but it just got so miserable by how dominant certain units would be. And then the skill bloat. Master Duel is... I feel like card games exist a little differently. When there's enough strategy that you can get by with your lower tier stuff, but like, yeah, I just don't enjoy PvP in general. I'm glad Limbus. They have this endgame mode. I know there's sort of doing like, they're talking about doing like a sort of raid system that feels different. So I keep trying to remind myself that like, one, Refraction Railway, it is our like most endgame mode, and I should treat it like that. Whenever I say like that's unfair, that's too hard. It is our biggest endgame. I think as long as it's completable by most players at some point. I guess they come back permanently as Balkgax now, but there are like a lot of rewards. Very important rewards. There's a whole bunch of stuff in like Arknights. There's so many modes I haven't really touched them. There was Icebreaker Games, which was more of a collaborative mode, and the idea of playing with other players, even collaborative like that, really stressed me out as like a baby player. I couldn't do it, I was too shy. And they try and make it better because they had this thing where you could like, people could set themselves as like teacher, like the sensei role, and you could be like the weaker role. You could set yourself as like a beginner, and I did that, but it still stressed me out. Section 3, probably my favorite section. I think the most interesting fight. I love the idea of will you play as combined with the middle team. And figuring out how you want to approach it. And I was trying to speed it a little bit by like focusing on, and I remember at the time I was like, I can definitely do this better by focusing, building the rupture a little bit more. But there's the way their mechanics, they blended their mechanics, because like you could have just done just middle and that would have been its own thing, but adding will you play, like, so to change it up but still keeping the heart of how the middle works with all their counters, really interesting. And then Hohenheim was just Malfaust rupture. I feel like I did him in like 2 turns or something, 2 or 3 turns. I'll look forward to getting that one. I'd probably stick with Rupture. I've heard middle is good for section 2. Then 4 and 5 I didn't play particularly well, I don't think. I was getting thrown off by like the order of killing and I was like sort of scared to be like more aggressive about killing the extra units. But I think because when Ryoshu's up and running, she does so much damage. It really is worth it. But yeah, I wonder what the team is now when you can bring in Heathcliff and Rhodia. But I did want to bring. My initial plan was to bring in Heisho these two, but I messed up using them here. Extra burn. Yeah, you want to give Ryoshi an extra slot, just her damage is something else. Although I was quite impressed with Rhodia's disposal and even her regular like skill 3. Because yeah, the idea was sort of the idea I was sort of thinking about with bringing the extra is like benefiting, because Heathcliff has the very nice AoE and going a bit more into burn and capitalizing off the burn. Didn't quite work out. I want to know why Valentina disposal identical. That is an interesting question. I was just thinking about it as we were playing again. I like the sort of implication with like Callisto's like corpus art being similar to the puppeteer's puppets. There's some interesting, like, I want to see this. I don't mind it being like left for right now, but like that smoke war things. Is Nikolai like maybe from the family as well? It gives more reason to sort of bring Nikolai back. Oh yeah, repressed flesh. Yep. And section 5, I like that fight. Interesting balance, and like three very scary effects coming to smack you around. Oh yeah, section 4. It would have been interesting if it was all the Nurse Fathers. That would have been too much. And you'd have to like redo, I guess, Matthias, because you don't have the allies, so it would have to work slightly differently. And Valentina's does just get interrupted and turns into a different fight. I like the fact that the game makes you face all the butterfly yeah. And like they're all threatening. Burn is scary, bleed is scary, and then Poise just does so much damage with all the buffs, and it's like slowly ramping, and it's like it's ramping up and you're ramping up. So apparently, sinking is the way people deal with it. I'll check that out. Sinking Deluge sounds like. Because I don't know if you're more aggressive with like offering the Nurse Fathers, but I wanted to use them. Tassilon would steal some of your terms just because of the grit. That's why I think like they probably would have adjusted the fight to be more doable for Railway. Shield Me with the multiple shields is a little bit of a time waster, but I guess you're using that. You're sort of balancing. If you're doing the Nurse Fathers, you're sort of balancing that fight between getting rid of them and also doing a bit of damage. Really cool. I have to think. That might be my favorite. That probably is my favorite of the final fights. I'm a big fan of my form empties still. I think it was the first like really Ruina-esque fight, and I was just so happy to see it. And I thought it was an interesting inclusion, having this sort of puzzle fight right at the end of the Railway, but you could balance interacting with its mechanics and also nuking aspects of it. And I just that first sort of the really atmospheric music that they do for all of these, but I still remember it really strongly. The sort of very ominous with like the water dropping music. That's exciting, but this one is really cool too. And then because I'm thinking about them. Yeah, it's too bad we can't look at the old ones. It's like we also have which one was Contempt? The Spiral Contempt number 2. I feel like it's Spiral Contempt Railway 2. I'm mixing up the order. Was it? I feel like this one was Mobius. Awesome design. I still cannot. Spiral was 4. Then what was it? Was it Sign of Roses number 2? Masquerade. Masquerade was the one I particularly remember. Masquerade was Ian Bynes. Roses was 2. Okay, thank you. Sign of Roses was 2. That one's okay. King and Bynes is pretty cool. The King and Bynes, probably one of my other favorites. Cool design, cool music. I guess it depends on your tolerance for envy Pekatula because that's half the fight. By the time you get to King and Binds, you're probably aiming to just nuke it down. I think I did like a Time Moratorium nuke there, so doing it with a Tremor team. Which can be annoying because you do need like speeds to be set in a certain way. But I really like the spectacle of this fight. Although it's kind of weird because you see him standing up. Xenos attacks him, then you funny how he gets up on the throne just to sit again. There really should be something that like doesn't maybe put that in the middle. I like the sort of like different buffs you can get. I think I quite liked Masquerade. Just need a little sweat. That's most of my memories of King and Binds with Time Moratorium Simulator. It was that because I remember also doing Time Moratorium for the sheep. But Spiral Contempt, I have so little recollection. I think I still don't know how the fight works. Because now when I see it, it's in Mirror Dungeon, so I just basically skip it anyway. Cool design, still don't remember the mechanics. Interesting level, and then we also have 400 roses. Okay. My memory of this one is just pretty tanky. Probably just doing using our Yearning Macalla or Dawn's Nuke every turn, because like that railway was very at the time when it came out was very oriented towards doing stuff with bleed, really. Let's do your best to nuke with bleed. Yeah, so I'd probably... Yeah, then my favorites would be My Form Empties, King and Binds, and then this new one. We're calling it Butterfly of Entangled Lives. I need to think about it. If I wanted to pick a favorite, I never thought about picking a favorite of these. Merry-Go-Round was unique with the buff and debuff. I really like that. I think that might have been my favorite of the sort of extra mechanic. Excuse me, of those sort of like extra mechanic that we had. You can make the battle harder or easier. But I liked and then you could do stuff with like giving poise at the beginning of each turn to your own units. That kind of like those there were some really nice buffs. The starting with 3 bleed count, I think. There's one like that, which was super cool. Soda buff, please. So cool railway. Cool railway. And glad that Yinlong made it back. Definitely glad that Yinlong. But I think we were all assuming that was gonna be like the final fight if we got a railway last season. Glad it still got its time because that's such a cool abnormality design. I'd be interested if it was. It felt really. Like, if it had become its own final battle, I wonder how the mechanics would have played out. We have Reflect Trials. I still have to do this one, but I was waiting for Merodia. I have a lot of shards, might as well. Then maybe we can stream that. As I said, don't think I'll be streaming R2 Bokak. I think that will just be slow on my own time. Take my time and do it. I mean, I guess if I wanted to stream Limbus, but I'm sure there'll be more interesting things to stream. I'll be interested when, for like some of the newer players or streamers who, oh, hi doggo. For like the newer streamers that weren't around for Refraction Railway 2, to try it. Especially because, like, the gameplay itself was so... I mean, if you played like the R1 Bokak, going back to sort of the older style of gameplay in a way where everything felt much slower was tough, but now you're doing this like really exhausting style. But okay, yeah, so I will... Victor, night, yes I will suffer like we did. Not again. I know that's on the ones. I did do a lower turn count and I was like, I don't want to do that again. 5 centipede, ah! And there's some, like the 2 fairies, there's some good bits in there. I like the coming back around to the 2 fairies. But multiple centipedes. Oh dear. Multiple of, what are you called? Steam transport machine. Oh no. I guess more. Oh no. We'll do it the Knuckles way. Steam transport machine. Yeah, Centipede and Steam transport machine are the ones in particular I remember getting exhausting. Yeah, thank you all for joining me and just chatting. I'm sure everyone's seen a lot of railway footage by now. But I'm happy to share it with you. I don't think I've done a full railway stream, have I? Because I always did those off stream, but I wanted something else to do and to make up for like a Limbus for a little bit. Just thinking I will aim to stream more. We gotta keep up with I guess we'll see if we have Valpurgis in a bit, but gotta keep up with Seance, so I will see you soon when I figure out when to do that. But thank you everybody, thank you, and I will see you all sometime soon. I hope you have a lovely rest of your weekend. I will see you later, bye bye.